Part 1 of the Fernando Nira Chronicles. You remember the biggest douche in the world? He was in the last episode of my ranting and raving. This guy was Puerto Rican. We used to be like best friends back in the day. And he was like by far the gayest person. He's like number 3 on my homo scale. You know, first there's Travis Garrison, then there's 10, the faggot neighbor, and then there's Fernando Nira. All right? He was Puerto Rican, and he thought he was a god amongst men because he was from New York, and he lives in Washington. Whoop-de-fucking-do, right? So this guy, like, we used to be really good friends, and we get to, he meets Sonny and Chris and the whole crew, and then, you know, we were just like the little quad two, whatever. We were 4 friends, you know, and this guy, like, whatever he did, he would try to, like, just kiss ass and make him, you know, people think he was cool. And he really was, like, just the biggest faker in the world. And I remember one time he was in Sonny's closet, and he was making fun of Tin's abnormally large calves, which I don't know why I didn't mention those in the first video. This guy's calves are like, no shit, this fucking big. And they're really weird looking, too. Like a fucking T-Rex or something. But he's sitting there and he's just like, I'm Calfzilla! Oh! Making stupid jokes. And we were just laughing because he was making fun of Tin. But really, he thought that we were laughing because he thought he was funny. Which I got a kick out of because it was like, you really aren't that funny, bro. But keep going because you're making me laugh, making fun of him. And I remember this one time he was trying to play these 2 chicks, and they were pretty ugly anyways. And one of them lived across the street from him. The other one was this like chick from Canada. And they were like all pissy about it and shit. And the Canadian chick was like pretty hefty. She was like beefy. And her name was Elizabeth. And one day, her and the other girl, Kelsey, who I've known since I was like in 1st grade, and I swear to God, she's got a complexion issue because she's fucking whiter than Casper. I mean, even her nipples were like white. Don't ask me how I know that. I think Fernando might have told me, or she flashed me or something, but they were like invisible. Like they blended in with the rest of the titty. It was pretty weird. But she fucking approached Fernando in the middle of the street, and it was me, Sonny, and Chris, and then Fernando was with us, you know, of course, and then Elizabeth and Kelsey came up, and they were talking shit to Fernando, and she was like, you think you're some sort of player? You could just do that to people, and blah, blah, blah. And she smacked the shit out of him, right across the fucking kisser, man. Right? And she like kneed him in the balls, and she was like punching him in the head and shit. And me and Chris and Sonny are just fucking busting up laughing because he's getting his ass handed to him by a big Canadian. And she was like a fucking moose. Anyways, he gets frustrated with it after a while. So he reaches up and he smacks her across the face. He goes, bitch! Fucking just like that. I was like, did he just go, bitch? And I was like, oh God, man. How douchey can you get? And I fucking laughed about that forever. And then he like started talking shit about me, and then Sonny got in on it, and then, you know, fucking kind of like broke up the whole 4 friends thing for a little while.
Horsemen.
4 horsemen? We didn't even ride a fucking horse. How does that apply? If I rode a fucking horse, I'd say we were 4 horsemen, but I didn't ride a fucking horse. There wasn't even a horse around.
All right.
We had bicycles. Does that count? No.
Never mind.
Anyways, so